you need to cultivate your vineyard. Now ask, how can I do that, Your Majesty? Hi everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you and share with you formation of mindset to create wealth. Formation of mindset to create wealth. How do you set up your mind to create wealth? Before I proceed further, the voice came to me, the voice of infinity, and it reminded me of what he told me last time, that how to create vineyard. And he told me, if you don't have anything in your vineyard, you can't get anything out of your vineyard. And the only way you can do that is for you to cultivate your vineyard. And I asked, Your Majesty, how can I do that? And he said, you need to understand the setting, what your vineyard entails. It is when you understand what your vineyard entails before you can cultivate your vineyard. And this brings us to formation of mindset. Formation of mindset. And as I used to say, that everything you're going to become in life resides in your mind. Everything you're going to become in life resides in your mind. And before you will be able to manage your mind, you need to understand and know what your mind really entails. What your mind really entails. And this will bring us to the formation of mindset. First of all, I would like to give my own definition of mind. I said mind, the mind of all human contains two sets of nodes. Contains two sets of nodes. The first set, the mind of all human, contains two sets of nodes. And the first set is the conscious mind. Conscious mind. And the second set is the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind. Subconscious mind. The first set is conscious mind, and the second set is the subconscious mind. How did they look like, and how did they relate, and how can you use this your mind? What is their function? What is their activity? Now, let me use circles I always use to give the proper explanation. Here at the top, we have here you have the conscious mind. Here you have the conscious mind. This is your conscious mind. And here you have the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind. So these are the two categories of mind you have. These are the two categories of mind that you possess. Every human being possess. Every human being possess. So therefore, as I used to say, that your mind, that is, your mind resides in between your spirit and your soul. Your mind resides in between your spirit and your soul, and everything all together reside in your body. As I said it in our previous video, where I give you the mastery, the filtration of mindset, and also the living mode of a human, the living mode of human. So your mind resides in between your spirit mode and your spirit mode and your soul, and everything all together reside in your mind. So your mind is the one that is responsible for everything you are doing in life, your habits, your behavior, your action, your activity, task, everything you are doing in life. And also it is responsible for harboring every knowledge you have. It's responsible for creation of the knowledge you have, and also it's also store the knowledge you have. It store it. It asks where it store the knowledge, and that's what we are going to treat right now. Your conscious mind is responsible for idea receptor. Idea receptor. Is responsible for idea receptor. So whenever energy is flow to your mind, the part of the mind that receives that energy is your conscious mind. You are going to be conscious of what you are doing. It's your conscious mind. And in that conscious mind, that is where the idea will be processed. The idea will be processed. It will be processed there. After it has been processed, as the energy will process, the energy will be processed, and the energy will be generated as an idea. It will generate an idea, and it is your conscious mind that is responsible for that. Also, creation. Your conscious mind is also responsible for creation. When you are going to create, if you want to create anything, your mind, because God created us in His own image, so God gave us some of His ability. As God can create, we also can create. And you can see today in this world, if we look from years back, century back, even millennium back, you'll find out that human beings have been creating a lot of things. I've been creating a lot of things till today. You can see a lot of things: cars, airplane, computer, a lot of gadgets. So God gave us this ability as well. God being the creator, that the creator of everything, He also give human also the ability to create. And for us to create anything, our creation, whenever we want to create anything, it happens in our mind. Whenever we want to create anything, it happens in our mind. If you want to create wealth as well, the creation will first occur in your conscious mind. You want to create wealth, you want to make money, you want to become rich, you first have to create it in your mind. This creation will come up in your mind. So that is why creation, this conscious mind, is also serves as what? As creation. Another thing it serves as is innovation. The conscious mind is also responsible for any innovative idea. If you are generating any innovative idea, your conscious mind plays that role as well. When you talk about innovation, you are going through innovation. Your conscious mind is the one that is responsible for that. Whatever innovation that you have created, just creation generally, it comes from your conscious mind. So these are the characteristics of your conscious mind. We also have others as well. So when we talk about you developing a goal, if you want to develop a goal, creating, okay, what are you creating? Let's see, what are you creating now? Maybe you want to create goals. Goal, success. You want to create wealth. You want to make money. You want to make money. You want to become rich. As a student, you want to pass out with first class, good grade, or maybe you want to become the CEO of your company in future. CEO of the company you are working in future. Get speedy promotion in where you are working. So all these things, innovation, or you want to invent something in life, or you think of providing solution for a particular problem. Providing solution for a particular problem, where you first, that is a form of innovation as well. And everything, this will first happens in your conscious mind. To come as a form of creation, creation in your conscious mind. So that's for conscious mind. Now let's go to subconscious mind. What does your subconscious mind do? What does it do? Number one, after you have make a creation here, you do the analysis, everything, using your ideology mode or idealization, your ideology mode that I used to explain. I will still explain this in our next video. That is imagination. So I used to say it's imagination, meditation, visualization, thinking, and focus. So after you have used all this to create this, so whatever knowledge you get at the end of the day, it is stored here. That is knowledge. So whatever you get at the end of the day, it is stored as what? Knowledge. So this subconscious mind is responsible for storing whatever knowledge, whatever the final product is. So it can be used as knowledge receptor. That's number one. Number two, whenever we've been influenced, maybe by our environment, and the energy pass through, and it passed through this stage, you understand me? So it passed through this stage. At the end of the day, it can be stored as what? As an habit. Sometimes it become an habit. Your habit reside in your, whatever habit you have, it will reside in your subconscious mind. Also, it serves as knowledge base. This knowledge receptor is also serve as what? Knowledge base. It also serves as a knowledge base. So this is how our subconscious and our mind works. So the two categories of mind, we have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Another information I want to chip in. When energy, first of all, let me draw this. I want to elaborate more on this. When we combine idealization plus power of positivity, these two, they reside in our mind. The isolation resides in our mind. Also, power of positivity resides also in our mind. So when we combine them together, they become creative. They become creative or creativity. They become creative or creativity. Also, they become reality. By the time they combine together, they become reality. When we combine them together, they become reality. Also, whatever we have our brain sometimes, we transform it and it becomes what? Physical. Computer has been created in the mind before it becomes physical. Plane has been created in the mind. Olive Wright and his brother, they have already created plane in their mind before it becomes something that is physical today and is used as means for transportation. Even car itself, the car that we use today itself, has been created in our mind by Galileo. Has been created in the mind of Galileo before it becomes something that is used for means for transportation today. So it is an idea. It comes through an idea with power positivity, combined with power positivity, and it become creative or creativity, become reality, and it becomes something that is what? Physical. It can also become innovative. So when you combine these two, idealization and power positivity together, this is the result that you get. This is the result that you get. Now, there is something I said when I was explaining power positivity 2. I said something about faith. And this is where faith, the real meaning of faith. You know, when they ask you to have faith, when they ask you have faith, the real meaning of faith, this is what it looks like. This is what the real meaning of faith looks like. This is what the real meaning of faith looks like. Here, at this, we have the idea. Maybe there is something you are trying to get, a substance. When we look at the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1, it said, faith is a substance hoped for, and evidence of something not seen. Substance of something you hope for, and evidence of something not seen. So this idea passed through this as an energy, passed through this place, which is idealization. So the idea comes to your mind, idealization, and everything all together like this is your conscious mind. everything all together, this is your conscious mind. Here, this is where we have our subconscious mind. Subconscious mind. Conscious mind. Subconscious mind. And here we have our knowledge receptor. We have our this knowledge receptor. We have habits, even attitude sometimes. It lies here. Your attitude sometimes. Knowledge base. This place serves as a storeroom for all the idea, information, knowledge we have in our mind. This subconscious mind serves as a storeroom for that. Storeroom for that. This altogether is known as, in our faith system, is known as belief. You have to create it. It has to be created here. Known as believe. When they ask you, do you believe? This is what they are talking about. It is known as believe. This together, this subconscious mind is known as believe. So if anybody else, do you believe? This is what they are trying to say. We are still going to expatiate more on this in our next video, which is idealization of mindset. Idealization of mindset. How did it come up? So if they're asking you, do you believe? This is what they ask you to believe. This is what they mean. Your conscious mind. By the time you understand this idealization of mind, you understand this belief very well. And here is what? Conceive. You conceive here, you believe here, and you conceive here. And here, there is a kind of forward and backward monitoring. And what does that monitoring is focus. In our idealization, it is what? Focus. Because focus will continue to monitor, it will continue to monitor and feedback and give feedback to the idealization. Continue to monitor the subconscious mind and give feedback to the idealization. If what you want to achieve, maybe you have achieved it halfway, you know it will decide that, okay, we have not reached milestone yet, but we are halfway done, or we are halfway to our destination. The focus will continue to monitor it, and it will be projecting you, giving you that direction for you to continue to work until you achieve your goal. Your goal, whatever your goal is, until you achieve that goal. So it will continue to monitor it. So first of all, when you first create that word that you want to create, you need to create it in your mind, which is spiritually. You create it, and since it is an idea coming in, it will store it here that we want to create wealth. It will store it here that we want to create wealth. So, and the focus will continue to monitor until that wealth is created. And also, it is this part that your spirit relates with, because this is where you store everything that make you as a person. Everything that make you as a person, this is where it is stored. So the spirit will pick what you have here, it will feed it to the infinite intelligence. So when you feed it to the infinite intelligence will continue to since you want to create it, continue to supply you more idea, more knowledge, to continue to solve more idea, more knowledge. And when the knowledge is coming, when that idea, which is, it will come in form of hunch, thought to inspiration. And when it's coming, it comes through this place. It goes through this place as an energy. This is what we analyze it. When you analyze it, it will what? It will analyze it, convert it to idea, and it's saved as what? As knowledge back to this place. And it continues to work like that. Then you cannot be using it. You cannot be using it until you achieve your goal. You cannot be using it until you achieve your goal. So another thing I want to point out here. No, a lot of people want to argue that no, it's not a mindset. Most of the things you are saying, it's not from mindset, it's from our brain. I said earlier on that anything that is physical is your body. Anything that is physical is your body. So I want to clear that here. When an energy or information is combined with power, that is, when an energy or information is combined with power, that is power of positivity or whatever power, and sent to your body, which passes through your soul, that is sent to your body, which passes through your soul and to your body, and reside in your brain, it becomes mentality. Everything. So by the time this one is finished up, this whatever you have here will be replicated to your body, and this resides in your brain as mentality. Mentality. That is why some people, if you have very good mentality, people will say, you have a good mentality. And if it is bad one, you say you have bad mentality. People will say it because the kind of thing you project out. And once you have all this information in your brain, you don't even need to think before you act. Have you ever experienced that before? Or somebody will say, you don't even think before you act, because it's already there. The brain will pick it and feed the information to the part of the body that has to carry out the action. The brain will pick it and feed the information to the part of the body that will carry out the action. That sometimes you do something without even you thinking, because the knowledge that is required to do that thing is in your brain already. It's like we all know that the brain have a lot of function in our body. The brain control the heart. In fact, they control the other part of the body through the instruction being put there by infinity. When we are born, there are some instructions that are being put there by infinity. So it controls the other part of the body, like the heart, like your hand. If you want to do anything, the brain will really want to control it. So it serves as a central control for your body. You understand me? And it receives instruction. And there are some other things that your body carried out through the instruction from your brain, which it was replicated to the brain from your mind and from your subconscious mind. So every minute, every second, every moment, let's put it, every moment, your brain is connected to your mind. It's connected to your mind, and it's formed in what we call mentality. It forms what we call mentality. So if you have a mentality of someone that want to create wealth, your behavior will look like someone who want to create wealth. People will see you as, man, well, the way you carry your body, you look like a billionaire. And the way you act, you look like somebody who's wealthy. That is it, because what you have there is what? Creating wealth. If it's making money, the brain is connected to your mind. You understand me? And it will also reflect in your action. The same thing. And if you are rich as well, let's say you now become wealthy, you have become wealthy now. That wealth will reside in your mind and also reside in your mentality, which is in your brain. So the way you behave, so you can see that the way rich people behave or carries their body is different from the way poor people behave or carries their body. When you see somebody who is rich and when you see somebody who is poor, you can quickly identify them with their action. Sometimes with their action, you can quickly identify them that this person is rich and this person is poor. With their utterance, sometimes the way they talk, you can quickly differentiate a poor person from a rich person, a wealthy person from somebody who is living with poverty. So you have to create it. So if you want to be wealthy, you must first create it in your mind. And once you create it in your mind, it's through your conscious mind, and you have it stored in your subconscious mind. The spiritual mode will be picking it, feeding you more information, and your mentality will also be picking it, will make it it will start changing your behavior. It starts changing your behavior. If you are the type that you are a klepto, and everything that's in your mind is just for you to steal. Look for an avenue to steal people's property, people's belongings, items, tools, items. Also, this will also reflect in the way you behave. I'm not teaching psychology here. Maybe I'm teaching psychology. I'm not teaching psychology. But later on, I will still put it out what I'm teaching. I'm not teaching psychology, but I'm telling you this is how this thing works. So what I'm teaching here is how to create wealth. But you need to understand the fundamental on how to create wealth. So when we say that wealth is spiritual, this is what we are talking about. Wealth is spiritual. This is what we are talking about. If you want to be wealthy, you must see yourself as a wealthy person. You must have created it in your mind. If you want to be rich, you must see yourself as someone who is rich, and you must have created it in your mind. So back to what I'm saying, I've explained belief from your conscious mind, and when you are in God, you believe. Yes, all those pastors, evangelists, men of God, minister of God. Do you believe? You have to believe. This is what you are talking about. You understand me? You believe, and you also what? After you believe, you create whatever you want. What is your goal? What do you want? After you have created it, then you store it. It has to remain in your subconscious mind. Do you understand me? Then the spirit mode and your mental mode, physical mode, they will now be working on it. You understand me? So when we combine this together, when we combine this together, it becomes what? Faith. It becomes faith. So faith is a substance of things you hope for. What are you hoping for? Wealth? Yes. And evidence of things not seen. You can't see it. As I've said, that it is what? Wealth is spiritual. And everything that is spiritual, it cannot be seen with ordinary eye. You just have to what? Believe it and conceive it. When you believe it and you conceive it, it becomes what? Faith. When you believe it and you conceive it, it becomes faith. Now, when you now had power of positivity, that is power. When you had power of positivity, power of positivity, so you now had everything together like this, and this way. Sorry for my drawing. And this way, it becomes what? By the time you apply whatever you have faith with, by the time you apply power of positivity to it, you apply power of positivity to it, you have power of positivity, it becomes reality. Boom. And you become wealthy. For those of you, if this is your first time of watching my video, go and check for power of positivity, where I explain in details what power of positivity is. So when you now combine it with what? When you combine your faith with power of positivity, it becomes reality. So today, you now understand what faith really means. So if somebody is trying to tell you, have faith, you just say it. But most people don't understand the context of faith. They don't understand the context of faith, the ideology behind it. But today, you understand the ideology behind faith. Faith is a substance of what you hope for. You create it, what you hope for. What you hope for is what you are creating. And evidence of what is not seen. And evidence of what is not seen. That is your faith. What you hope for, that is you have to believe and you have to conceive. So when you believe and you conceive, it becomes faith, and to reside in your mind. As it is residing in your mind, it will be sent to your what? To your brain, to a part of your body that will execute it through your mentality. And also, it will be connected to infinite intelligence. This person need wealth, and they will be feeding you how you are going to go about to get wealth. And focus will continue to what? To monitor it until focus is able to confirm that the wealth has been achieved. That wealth has been achieved. Then it will now stop working at it. It will now tune out. Once you achieve your goal, the focus will tune out that this particular goals or knowledge or goals or want has been achieved. So therefore, has been achieved. So that's for all in this video. Formation of mindset to create wealth. Formation of mindset to create wealth. That's for all. That's what we have in this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Try to subscribe to our YouTube channel for others as well. For the YouTube algorithm, at least to display on other people's timeline as well, for them to gain this what you have gained in this topic today. Is only if this thing doesn't mean anything to you. That is only when you say you don't need to subscribe, or you don't even need to click like or comment. If you have any comment, you can leave in the comment section. I will attend to it personally. If you have any comment or anything you want to ask based on what I've taught on this video, I will attend to your comment personally. Our next video, make sure you see the link anywhere around your screen, which is idealization of mindset. I want to explain this in details. Idealization of mindset is our next video. So thanks for watching. We appreciate you. See me in my next video. Have a great time. I remain my humble self, as I used to say it, King Gwet. Thank you.